We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the set.
On 1st and 10, Franks. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 2nd down throw. Here's Franks. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Black swap.
Now Franks. He rifles one that's intercepted. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Giants at 2-10 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Franks, this pass into the hands of Bellinger. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Watch out now, 52.
A first down throw. Here's Franks. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Red, cycle.
Franks looking to throw. Completes this again to Shepard. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On the double. Shot, 17.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Fight 60. Ready.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at the 34.
Here's Ryan.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. They'll get this to about the 38.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Sanders. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Check, man. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Go.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
18 Cardinal. Cup 19. Cup 19. Hey, smash Broncos.
In motion left goes a tight end. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Let's go now. Go, Reed. Go.
Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
18, 5 in. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as he's out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. He's got Smith here. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They run with a man from La Tech. It's Boston Scott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
At the 60. At the 60. 70 Wolf.
They go again with Scott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Tay Crowder. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. Rolling to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right, 97.
They'll swing this out to Tony. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Here we go, set.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Black shot.
Franks. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Setting up play action. Franks. Open man right side is Tony. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Set, ready. Eagle blue. Ready?
Franks now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Kadarius Toney, 55 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point try good by Gano. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
1
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time and led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Hey, check that. Street. Cougar 19.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown as the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. In motion left, Robinson. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. In motion right is Robinson. Throwing again. Frank's on 2nd and 10. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, Franks escaping the pressure right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles. Go, Reed. Go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Warrior 70.
They'll look to throw here. Got a man. It's Brown. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Ready. Blocking 18.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Drop 50. Drop 60. Ready.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll drop to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, You got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, red. Go.
Shepard will go in motion right.
Red, yellow. Set.
To Franks looking to throw. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Strike. Strike. Steal. Block.
They go play action with Franks. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back. Drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Airing it out deep for Smith. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. An option handoff given to Sanders. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here's Jackson. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Here we go.
2nd and 2. Now Franks. Steps up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Come on.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, move.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Second down, back to Sanders. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Hurt! 60 Eagles, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Hey, check that, street.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Go! Check pass.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Here we go, check. Hawk 70, 19 Lions.
Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need him. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mustang 19 tight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Cut 19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Hurt. Right there, hurt. Cowboy 80. Hey, smash Broncos. Go, Reed, go.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 40 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Okay, right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Franks now.
Eluding them, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. But what a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Eagles, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they're squarely in play for next year mode now as they drop to 2-11.
And they'll try for a better outcome next week as they head to D.C. to take on the Washington Commanders.